Uh, it's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video. Uh, I know, and I don't want to bite nobody else's stuff, but when I search YouTube or whatever from various content creators, they give me like a topic of discussion or a subject matter, and then I'll end up like, just thinking about it or having a common experience or put my own little 2 cents in it. Because the vast majority of my thinking is escaping this matrix, right? And a lot of stuff I've already internalized in myself. I just might put my 2 cents on it, or, you know, just like if you go to college, like you take whatever course, then after 2 years, like you have to take the course again because there's updated information. But I was checking out my man, Minister Jap, again. You know what I'm saying? Man, that brother spit nothing but facts. And he do it with humor and comedy, you know what I'm saying? And I guess in light of what's her name, Fannie Willis or whatever, her situation, um, he was basically just talking about, her debacle and how she ran on, like, not doing the stuff the previous person had did, but then turned around and did all the same stuff they did. And I've been really feeling the need to really go in, especially in this gynocracy, in this age of feminism, right, that has utterly destroyed us on purpose. I feel the need to really, I've been going hard on black women lately, yo. They have been a thorn in my side throughout the years, you know what I'm saying? But then with, being naive or limited information or not having, tools such as YouTube to hear other brothers' stories. I'm like, yo, yeah, me too. Oh, you know what I'm saying? From various, other parts of the country and, education levels, backgrounds, upbringing, so on and so. Everybody got the same story, yo. And I think we're really, coming out from this delusion of what we thought would work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we tried talking to them, thinking maybe they don't understand. They do understand. They just played dumb. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're well aware of what they're doing and still continue to do it. Like, if you do something ignorant, that's one thing. But I'm fully convinced that these women know what they be doing and do it anyway because they're soulless. Only a soulless person gets joy out of causing someone else harm. Only a soulless person gets off on doing dirt and creeping and being sneaky, and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't, like, I get all super self-conscious if I like think like, okay, I want to do this but it ain't right, so how I'm gonna do it. I get all nervous and all, self-conscious. Like, I can't even do dirt right no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ain't got no business doing it. And then I got the anxiety afterwards, waiting for the comeback. You know what I'm saying? So I just play the game straight up, man, and call it a day. That way I can sleep at night. That way I ain't got to worry about getting exposed. You know what I'm saying? Or perpetrating no fraud, or having to come up with an excuse and a whole bunch of lies and all that, right? But back to the topic, right? And I'm going to say this, and hear me out. Black women have no, uh, black women have no place in positions of power. And that's just frank. Point blank period. I know we got all this equality shit and all that dumbass shit, man. It don't work. Because in all my experiences with black women in any type of power position or supervisory position, like when I used to, live well, not somewhat, when I lived a criminal lifestyle, I was end up on probation. And the worst probation officers I had were always black women. They always trying to make me do stuff that's not on the court order. It's like they think they own you or something. You know what I'm saying? And then when you like, no, I'm not doing that because it's not in the court order, or when you say it respectfully, they looking at you like you got the nerve to defy me. Like, yo, I had, she was bad too. I think she was from Baltimore. She was man, I had the worst time with this broad, yo. And then one time, like, because I kept my game tight so she couldn't really do nothing. But then she would, like, get mad at me that when she would try to fuck me, like, I would, like, get out of it legally or whatever the case may be. And then she just gave up. And then one time she had the nerve to ask me, did I think she was attractive? Like, what? The hell's wrong with you? When I see, like, when I used to get locked up, like the female COs, the black female COs, While I was locked up down and out, they were the most flirty. They get niggas the most rhythm. Like, bro, you like, yo, she'll go, yo. And they will. So, from what I gather, the Fannie Willis situation, essentially she ran on. She's not gonna, like, sleep with what. Okay, the story I got was she's going after Young Thug and prosecute, and then she had hired some dude to prosecute Trump, right? Because I guess he or she rather had a boyfriend who was a drug dealer, and most black women, no matter education, love like the criminal element. Who was actually allegedly murdered by Young Thug's rival gang, right? Or the gang that Young Thug represents, supposedly, right? So she's got a personal vendetta. But the way she jacked this up is she's prosecuting that, the Young Thug case or whatever the case may be, on behest of her deceased ex-drug dealer boyfriend. She then, in turn, hires, counsel for the Trump case, and then funnels money to him for a project that he's not qualified to do. He himself is married. And now she's being subpoenaed, and then she's coming to court with her dress on backwards, all proud. And that's another thing, yo, which, like, that's why I try my best to limit my interaction with black women, because even if they big and chunky, even if they got 17 kids by 20 niggas, yo, there's a common trait. These bitches are proud, yo. They're arrogant. How are you arrogant, yo? And this shit is crazy and it's sickening to me, man. But then, like, at the job, we have a black woman supervisor now, and she's, like, the only thing she's concerned with is the opinions of the higher-ups. But as far as, like, her department, it's a fucking debacle. And when I brought this to her with tangible solutions, which mainly pertain to the behavior of black female co-workers, she told me ain't no motherfucking problem. So you basically just dismissed everything I said like it ain't nothing to be worried about. Because if the white man ain't worried about it, I shouldn't be worried about it. And I'll be honest, I want to see these people suffer. They get off on dragging you in child support court and causing you hell and pain. Man, this is war, yo, and they not playing fair, so I don't feel the need to play fair. And it's too late in the game in human history to be cowtailing and pandering to hoes. I ain't no hoe. Just because you say you're not a hoe, don't mean you aren't a hoe by definition based on your behavior. See, they want to do hoe shit, but not be called hoes. If they had it the way they want, they would just sell pussy. They don't want to be wives. They don't care anything about legacy. They don't even care anything about family. All they care about is themselves. And in the pursuit of self, they make these dumb-ass decisions without any male guidance. I don't need no male guidance. Yes, you do. Because look what you just did. But here it is. They like male guidance when it's on the left-hand side of things. They'll take male guidance if it's a drug dealer or a criminal or, you know what I'm saying? Or the man who got 17 kids, you know what I'm saying? With 14 women. Like, they'll actually listen to him. But a guy who's stable, who's emotionally and mentally sound, nah, I don't want that. And it's not even that. It's like these women are so demon-possessed, they hate righteous men or men attempting to live right. That's why, like, she'll fuck a dude who just get out of jail, right? And don't put you need to do this on. But let's say the man who just started his own business, she'll give him a litany list of things and requirements that he needs to meet to have the coochie that she give to bum niggas on a regular basis. Tell me we not living in the Matrix. When I lived in Baltimore off and on for 7 years. Yeah, about 7 years. Every female mayor got indicted for something. I think the one woman, she took some gift cards that were supposed to be for some books she was selling and pocketed the money and bought a house. You know what I'm saying? Like the black women that were in charge of the school board voted to give themselves a raise, even though the schools didn't have no heat. Like and here's what it is. I think because in this system, even if they don't understand this consciously, subconsciously, they know this. They know that really don't be nobody's really gonna fall until the shit come out. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're scared of the consequences or being shamed or exposed till it actually happens. You know what I'm saying? That's why these women go ahead and have a whole bunch of baby hoes, which in generations previous would be an epic failure. But now they know they can go to social service, get a house, they have some power position because the system gives them that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. And then they raise these children, and then the children end up all fucked up. But everybody keep talking about fix the black community. It's unfixable at this point. Because no one wants to be held accountable. Try holding a black woman accountable. Watch how she's slipping back on you. We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. Or they'll start doing all this deflection or talking about some stuff way out in left field to make you forget what you were talking about to get themselves off the hook, which lets me know they really don't want to change, nor are they concerned with your opinion. They just want to do what they do without the consequences and hence destroy themselves. And I'm to the point now, bro, like, I want to see it. I want to see them humbled. Because that's like, as a group of people, like, first of all, I don't think everybody's supposed to make it. I think only a third or a remnant is supposed to come out of what's to come. And it definitely won't be them. And I'm trying to make sure I'm a part of that number. But it won't be them because behaviorally speaking, you can't build no nation with them people. They're destroying this one. How can you build a nation or have a strong group of people where the women embrace whoredom? Like, I might embrace homicide, but I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know better. What kind of nation can we have when the women reject masculinity and male authority, but then take on the pseudo type that ends up being fodder for the system with the prison industrial complex? And it don't matter their education level. I'll give you another one. I was going for a welding class at one point. And right? So I had to pick my math score up, so I had a math tutor for those in the class that, need to bring their math score up before they actually stepped into the trade, right? So I had this, the sister, she was about 40. She was about 40 at the time. And just through discovering information through conversation. She was 40 at the time. On her second marriage. At that time, she was currently married to a hazmat truck driver, which means he bringing home 6 figures. And she had a fake butt. And she was fucking one of the niggas in my class who was homeless. And he carried the shit out of her. Which is another thing. These women dishonor the men who try to make them honorable, but enjoy getting disrespected by bums. So it's no sense in talking to someone who has no intellectual insight. They may have a lot of education, but there's a difference between education and knowledge, education and wisdom. They say black women are the most educated women, but they're also the stupidest. See how all those oxymorons I just gave y'all? Like, I've been on job search and, in the field of treatment, so on and so forth. Which is, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but it's real big in Maryland due to the opioid epidemic. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll, apply for these various pop-up, which seem to be pop-up rehabs or whatever. And then I'll research the joint and see on the board or in the management or leadership, it's all black women. I don't even call them back. I'm not dealing with a whole bunch of strong black women, yo. And then and then here's another inversion of it. I'm a strong black woman, but it's actually weak. Like, we've been duped here, yo. And it's just so sad. And I want this place to fall apart, yo. Because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this illusionary society where don't nothing make no motherfucking sense. And even at the job, right, they act like, well, not my co-workers, because I was, because a man typically looks at, things in totality. So the points I was bringing up affects everyone, not just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the fellow staff members, the institution, the clients, everybody. Black women don't typically do that. They just care about themselves. I've said this in other videos. Man, the point. And then here's another with all this pride. I'm wifey material. They don't deserve me and da da da. But there were female staff members getting smashed by the dumpsters by clients who at best hadn't used drugs in 60 days. But you online talking about you a queen and this, that, and the third. How the queen bent over at the dumpster though? By a dude in rehab. I had one client hit me up on Messenger talking about like 4 or 5 of them is trying to get at him and another 2 trying to get at his homeboy. And they in a sober living home trying to get a job. And that's not to say brothers don't have potential, so on and so forth. But the man who got his own concrete business, these women aren't all in that man inbox trying to get him, you know what I'm saying? They like fucking bums. They say water really creates its own level. So people dress it up well. But internally, these people are bums. These people are poverty stricken. Internally. They just dress it up well and talk a whole bunch of shit. And that's another thing. The more somebody talk, the less I believe them. Especially about who they is and what they will and won't do. I remember I was talking to one of the younger female staff members. So I told her she about 25, like, you had to cuss. And she was gay. So I said, you need to come on home back on this side, find your mind, or you're going to wind up like rest of them in here. Nah, I ain't. All right. What make you know? What make you any different? What make you special? You know what I'm saying? So, like, we would joke around as far as like flirting, but I ain't gonna do none of it. And I tell them that. Like, I'm just in here talking yin yang. Make time go past. So I noticed like she kind of like would be a little more aggressive. So I'm like, yo, where's all this coming from? Yo, back up, yo. Like, oh, yeah, that's nothing. They're all aggressive for the meat. Act like they want to grab your meat and all that shit, yo. I tell them, yo, you got to ask permission for the sausage. You just can't house the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, man, go ahead now, because I ain't trying to wind up on the Me Too movement. She said, I would never do that. I'm like, yeah, all right. That's what they all said. But she said it like 2 more times after that, you know, as the days went on. And I'm looking like, you mess around and do it. Come to find out, she tried to put me in a play so that her homegirl who got smashed by the dumpster, so they broke a 2-on-2 because he got a homeboy in there. But was just going to use me as like, if somebody say anything about her name popping up with the other guy. Nah, that's not the case. Don't you say I'm trying to get with Calvin. Meanwhile, you trying to slide on the back street with main man. No, sir. I don't like nobody. Like, and they be scheming, and you can't trust these bitches. I don't like being around nobody I can't trust. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, fuck out of here, man. Like, what you gonna do about Bill? Live on faith? But I'd rather not be around these heathens, because what's going to end up happening is, I'm going to tell you about yourself. And you know, you can't no black woman handle the truth. And then they'll just gang up on you, and, oh, he's doing this, you know what I mean? And as a group, now you the filthy man, and you the one who messing everything up, not the people here fucking and sucking on these clients. Got us looking crazy and unprofessional. So I went on here, got on up out of there. But yeah, man, black women don't need no position of power. Here's another one. Go down social serve when I used to go down there, yo. Just trying to do simple shit, the attitude. You know what I'm saying? They be on the phone. Yeah, girl, we was at the club. I'm trying to get something done. I'm standing right in front of you, yo. Like, when I was in my various little treatment, you know, facilities and whatever, I got an appointment to see the woman. Now, if you late, they gonna fire you up. You go in the joint on time. They talking to their home girl, talking about hold on. Well, girl, you need to leave him and ooh, ooh. And I'm looking like, just totally unprofessional, yo. Like my mind say, they interview well, but work-wise, they some shit. Go on break, don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Just carry the shit out the job. But the white man gonna say nothing because he used them as a proxy against real authority. He just at the top, making sure the black women manage his machine. Because they ain't gonna quit. But what? They get away with murder. Why would they quit? That's why you got fired. But people who really bout the shit, they end up leaving because they value themselves. They ain't gonna be a part of no fuck shit. We gotta go back to the old way of doing things because this new shit don't work. But then they'll tell you the old way was oppressive. But they ain't got the problem we got now. They try to make it seem like the problems are good for us. This is just the way it is. Yeah, it's the way it is, but this ain't the way it should be. I'm going back to the way it should be. You can get your ass handed to you in child support and divorce court. I'm not fucking with these bitches. Nah. And I don't care who they is, yo. They terrible, yo. Then here's this off topic. And yo, they be all big and sloppy. Yo, I'm ready to go into Planet Fitness again. If there's any black women in here, they're like college age or high school age. There be no grown black women in here, yo. Black women are biometrically opposed to moisture. Like, all they want to do is eat out. Bitch, don't even want to cook. Don't know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? That's oppressive. But if you don't cook, you gonna starve to death, bitch. Like, none of this shit make no motherfucking sense. They take pride in failure. They take pride in not being able to keep a man. Because the social construct, they feel don't need one. Till they need one, and then ain't nobody gonna want to fuck with you. Now, that no sense. So now you gotta deal with Willie Lump Lump. But Willie Lump Lump don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just venting, y'all. Let me get on up out here, man. I'ma holler at y'all. Ooh, ah!